At Southern State Bank, we know that our success depends on the success of our customers. So we go the extra mile to help you fulfill your dreams. Whether your goal is to build your dream home, provide for your children's college education, or secure retirement income, at Southern State Bank, we want to help make your dreams a reality. So come by Southern State Bank and receive banking in the right direction.
Against a team like Benton, Johnny, you just cannot have one hiccup. You cannot have one missed assignment. You know, it's almost like you have to play a perfect game. Not a perfect game, but you've got to play your lanes. And like this, to what you say, you've got to block and tackle, basic football, just like we did, you know, at the beginning of Lake Hamilton last week.
Basic football fundamentals is exactly what has to happen tonight. Just to let you know what's going on the field, the cheerleaders and are holding up the run-through sign. The captains for the Malvern Leopards, Chris Jones, Cameron Butler, and Seth.
We'll quit talking at the same time here. We miss you, Mike, but we're going to struggle through this.
We got the flip, and the referees are calling for heads or tails now. We've got players ready to come out on the field, and it's going to be a nice warm evening, but it's going to start cooling off, and we have ready for run through. Several things to mention. Ron, I'd like to go ahead and go through Southern State Bank's keys to the ball game.
I think that's a good idea. And then once again, the guys, Don Walsh and the crew over at Southern State, and you and all the people, we appreciate their support of Leopard football. And with that in mind, if you need a good, friendly bank to go see banker Johnny Gibbs or Mr. Walsh and that crew. And we'll go with the Southern State Bank's keys to victory.
Well, let's go with number one, Ron. This is the biggest key to this ball game: battle against adversity. What I'm saying is, even if they get a 15-yard run or a good pass downfield that might go for 20 yards, forget about it. Start all over. Battle the next play. Don't get your feelings hurt. Don't get down on that play. If another player misses a tackle, fight through it. Battle the next play. Forget about it. That play's done. Right. Number two, we've got to have a successful running game. Stephen Clegg has to come out and show his talents tonight. Even though he is a sophomore, he's showing himself that he's going to be a force to reckon with in the future.
I think, too, and once again, we run the ball, that gets us 1st and 10s, and that keeps the clock on Malvern's side and keeps that plays kind of balanced like it was last week. That's a great point.
The third key to this game, pass protection. These young men up front, we've got some big players on Benton, so they're going to be having some penetration. But number 54, Mark Parsley, number 69, Eric Henson, number 70, Britt Baker, Austin Caldwell, number 75, and Michael Rogers, and number 77. These guys, it's going to be a big key to this ball game for pass protection for the quarterbacks that are in the ball game trying to get it downfield. So those are the three keys to this ball game to come out with a Leopard victory tonight. And Southern State Bank is always proud to be sponsoring these Malvern Leopards.
We thank you for that, Johnny. Thanks, Southern State. And you make a big point there on that offensive. That offensive line of ours is going to have those big defenders leaning on it, and then you go on the other side of the ball, and our defensive line is going to have the big offensive line. They're starting, I don't know whether we mentioned this or not, they're starting 11 seniors on offense and 9 on defense, I believe it is. Anyway, they're starting 9 and 11, so it's a senior-laden team, and it's one, if you read the paper, pay attention to football like all those do, it's one that Coach Jones, this is a team that they've looked forward.
No doubt.
This is that senior team he's wanted in.
Yeah, I've got a Benton Panther in my family by marriage, and he says this is a force to be reckoned with, and he thinks that potentially these could be the state champions this year. Just looking through their lineup, they have only one sophomore and one junior that is starting for them on defense. The rest on the offense are all seniors. So we've got an experienced program that we're battling tonight.
And and those are kids that's come up through Mark Jones's, Coach Jones's program. They've been Benton Panthers for a long time, and it's the same thing from the 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade through, and it's a nice thing to do. And here come the Leopards on the field.
It's exciting to feel the Malvern Leopards coming out onto the field and huddling up and getting high fives and getting excited about this ball game tonight.
They got some life in them tonight, Johnny. They look, yeah.
Ron, the flip went towards Malvern. They deferred to the second half, so Benton will be getting the ball first. So Malvern will be kicking off towards the west side of the football. So we'll be going left to right. Malvern Leopards kicking off. Just before we start this ball game, Southern State Bank has selected Stephen Clegg, number 35, sophomore running back. An exciting young man. He's going to be a force to reckon with in the future. And Southern State Bank is going to be isolating that player throughout the ball game and keeping up his runs, touchdowns, any tackles, anything this young man does tonight, we will be keeping on top of. And as Ron helps us out, he will be keeping up with the stats.
I'm going to try to, I tell you what, Michael, I'm going to try to do stats and talk a little bit. And I told Johnny, I said, drink lots of water and take some losses, buddy, because you're going to be some talking tonight. Big old number 77 gets ready to kick it off, Johnny.
Ron, we're very close to kickoff, and Michael Rogers is a junior this year, be kicking off from the 40-yard line, and it looks very exciting. Looks like number 84 for the Benton Panthers is coming deep. We're kicking off. Ball goes down to the 15-yard line. Number 15 takes a snap and is breaking free at the 50-yard line. Only person can get a hold of him is number 21, and in for the touchdown for the Benton Panthers right out of the gate. And Ron, who is number 15?
Well, I'll tell you what, number 15 for the Benton Panthers is Matt Fishburne. Fishburne had a seam through there, and it was kind of a short kick. It wasn't a deep kick, and he took it on about the 15, 16-yard line. Broke through. Benton done a good job of sealing both sides, and when he got through there, our containment was gone, and he was going all the way. It's the PAT now.
It was an 85-yard kickoff return for number 15, and we have number 92 for the Benton Panthers for the PAT, and the ball is down and through the uprights for an extra point. So Benton leads the Malvern Leopards 7-0 at 11:45 into the game, and we will take our first break right now.
You have been a great audience, but I'm going to ask you to stay away from the chicken selects or I will have you forcibly removed from the stadium. You play a mean bass, but if I see you even look at these chicken selects again, you're out of the band. I want to play one last number for you. It's called My Girlfriend Jenny Left Me Because I Wouldn't Give Her Any Chicken Selects, and now she's real mad, but I'm real happy because I still have them.
These babies are new, and they're mine. Yummy.
If you can smell the chicken, you're too close.
We're back at Claude Mann Stadium. Malvern trails after an early kickoff return. Opening kickoff took 15 seconds. Benton Panther runs it back from the 15-yard line, 85-yard kickoff return, and we're back, and Malvern's about to take possession. Stephen Clegg back deep, as well as Cantrell Johnson, number 14, back deep for the Malvern Leopards. Number 92 for the Benton Panthers is kicking off deep into Malvern territory. Back, it's a touchback into the end zone, so Malvern will take possession at their own 20-yard line. Starting for the Malvern Leopards, again, I will highlight these offensive linemen. Mark Parsley starting at center, Eric Henson at left tackle, left guard, Brent Baker at left tackle, Austin Caldwell at guard, and Michael Rogers at right tackle. So these young men, exciting young men, especially on the offensive running side.
The referee has called a timeout and talking to the Benton Panthers about something, Johnny.
Josh Moore at the quarterback, and we've got Stephen Clegg and Daniel Delamore in the backfield, going to spread the field out. Seth Roberts as well as Wardell Brim at split end. So Malvern plans to spread it out as soon as the referees get everything underway. But just the officials' timeout so far.
I think the problem is they're having some problem with the 25-second clock.
25-second clock, okay. As soon as they get that line, it looks like we got a blank on the clock, so momentarily we'll get going on it.
Yeah, it's the thing about it is, it has to be on both ends. It's running now. Here we go.
Josh Moore's taking the snap count, hands it off to Stephen Clegg, bounces out to the outside. A host of Benton Panthers doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like about a loss of a half a yard. So second down and 11 yards to go for the first down.
Well, big old number 38 was in there. Zach Haley, that's Quinn Marshall, leading from his linebacker spot. But like you said, there was a host of Panthers on that play.
Josh Moore in the shotgun formation. We've got Chris Jones in the slot. Wardell Brim to the left-hand side is split in. Josh Moore has Stephen Clegg and Daniel Delamar in the backfield in the shotgun. Snap deep. Oh, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It looked like it was intended for Chris Jones, trying to get it out to the slot back. Quick hitting pass, and letting Chris Jones be one-on-one with the secondary. Brings up third and 11 yards to go. Malvern has to get it up over the 30-yard line for the first down.
Well, that was one of those situations where Josh went back to pass the ball, and the defensive lineman's right there on top of him. He jumped up and knocked the ball down. And big play here for the Leopards, 3rd and 10, and we need something good to happen.
12 seconds left on the play clock. Josh Moore in shotgun, has split ends both sides. Chris Jones in the slot. Throws a quick pitch to Stephen Clegg. He bounces to the outside, 50-yard line, gets it up over the 50-yard line, down to the 46. Big running play from the 20-yard line down to inside Benton Panther territory and down to the 47-yard line. Ron, that's a good running play for the Malvern Leopards of a gain of 34 yards on the carry. And Stephen Clegg just shows how fast that young man is. At 10:51 on the clock, Malvern still trails Benton Panthers 7, Malvern nothing.
It's a great 1st and 10. Clegg was gone, and again, a safety over here had an angle on him. That's the only reason they stopped him.
Shotgun formation. Josh Moore got slotted to the right-hand side, hands it off to Daniel Delamar, bounces inside, gets around 7 yards inside the Benton Panther 40-yard line, around the 39-yard line. So a good first down run by Daniel Delamar. Not expecting the inside run.
Nice 7-yard pickup. You're going to have to excuse us. We're not being able to give him any of the tackles because, quite honestly, Johnny's doing the play-by-play on the offense, and I'm keeping stats, and we'll give them to you as we can. Here we go again, Johnny. 2nd and 2, and we're ready to go.
Josh Moore in shotgun formation. Chris Jones in slot. Woodell Brim to the right-hand side and split in. Hands off to Daniel Delamar inside, and good penetration by the offensive line, allowing Daniel Delamar getting the first down inside the 36-yard line. So first down and 10 will be called by the referee.
Hey, I'll tell you, Michael, old Hawkeyes already called this one before they ever got out there, and I have to agree with him. It looks like it's good by half. Yeah, they didn't have to make it.
They did not call for the line people to come out, and therefore we got a first down there at the 36-yard line. Malvern is moving the ball, running the ball, and it's exactly what we expected for Malvern to do early in this ball game. Josh Moore still at quarterback in shotgun formation. Stephen Clegg and Daniel Delamar to each side of him. Takes a snap, inside handoff, fakes the run. Josh Moore takes himself over left tackle and gets a good positive 4 to 5 yards on the carry. Excellent fake, taking it inside to Stephen Clegg and pulling it out himself to get good 4 yards.
He did a good job then because, Johnny, they took the fake to Clegg on the other side, and he just went off the outside tackle and picked up positive yardage. Nice play.
They're expecting that talented young man, Stephen Clegg, to get the ball, and Josh Moore takes it himself and takes a tough 4 yards. Brings up a
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Shotgun formation again by Josh Moore. Hands off to Stephen Clegg inside, bounces straight up the middle, down to the 35-yard line, and gets another first down for the Malvern Leopards. Stephen Clegg having an excellent ball game early in this game, moving the ball, moving the chains is exactly what Coach Hart is wanting to do in this ball game.
Yeah, that was they're down in right on they spotted it right at the 25-yard line. That's another 6.5 yards, another first in town. Great, like you say. You picked the Southern State Bank player to highlight, buddy.
Cameron Butler to the left, Wardell Brim to the right, and Chris Jones in slot. 3 big receivers for Josh Moore to hit targets. Shotgun formation, hands off. Fakes handoff, and Josh Moore takes himself in the option play and gets down to the 22-yard line. Great read by Josh Moore, getting positive yards. A good 4 yards on the carry, and Malvern is successfully running on this Benton Panther defense. Brings up, it's around 8:20 left on the clock, 8:27. Malvern still trails 7-0 and still moving the ball in this first quarter, making positive yards on each play.
Well, we're running the clock. We're taking time off the clock. We picked up our 3rd first down. It's 2nd and 7, and the Leopards are showing some fight and doing exactly what the coaching staff wants them to do.
2 slot back formation, 2 wide outs. Stephen Clegg in the backfield, quick hitting. Oh, another knockdown pass by the defensive end. And Josh Moore can't seem to get it over. We're trying to hit the slot back and getting Chris Jones one-on-one formation and just can't seem to get it over the defensive end. Brings up a 3rd down and a long 6 yards for the Malvern Leopards at the 26-yard line.
You know, there's a heads-up play there by Chris Jones because that ball did go back behind the line of scrimmage. Now, it was not back there by a defender, so it wasn't going as an incomplete pass, but Chris making sure that it wasn't ruled a lateral and going out there.
No doubt. We've got to make sure that every time until the whistle blows, you have to go hard every play. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. The play clock at 7:58. Josh Moore has 2 men in the backfield, Daniel Delamar and Stephen Clegg.
There's 5.
5-yard penalty, encroachment by the defense. Looked like the nose guard jumps into the neutral zone, and it'll give a short 3rd and 2 for the Malvern Leopards. Giving a very good opportunity for the Malvern Leopards to make first down. Malvern's making good progress in being committed not to jump when those defenders jump too. So good job by the offensive line and the Leopards early in this ball game.
Well, that changed a lot, Johnny. It takes 5 yards off, makes up 3rd and 2, and obviously you're in 4-down territory if you don't make it here. It gives the Leopards just a little more breathing room and a different play call possibly.
Phillip Judd to the left, Stephen Clegg in the backfield, Daniel Delamar as well, Chris Jones in the slot. And number 6, Cameron Butler, hands off inside Stephen Clegg, and he does not quite get very possibly back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's just a shy short of the first down, bringing up 4th down, and very short. Stephen Clegg maybe got a couple of feet, but definitely blitzing by the Benton Panthers. So bringing up 4th and short. Malvern looks like they're going for it, still have the offense in the game. Ball is placed at the 16-yard line of the Benton Panthers. Malvern must get very close to the 15-yard line, so if they get across the 15, we will have the first down. Malvern's
doing a good job of running that 25-second clock down too, Johnny, and taking a lot of time off of the clock.
Josh Moore in shotgun. Stephen Clegg coming out, bouncing out. Josh Moore takes it himself and gets the first down inside the 14-yard line and getting positive yards, not pitching it out to Stephen Clegg and taking himself. Good read by the quarterback on that play.
That's a big 2 yards. You know, as you go from the 16 to the 14, but Josh made an excellent fake, cut back up against the grain and got the first down by plenty. Now we're 1st and 10 inside their 14-yard line and looking to score here and get this thing tied back up.
Kashif Manuel comes in for Phillip Judd. Looks like we're going to have another tight end formation, bringing in the bigger guys to come in and block. So Malvern is planning to attack this goal line very quickly. Josh Moore in shotgun formation, hands off to Stephen Clegg inside. A host of Benton Panthers not allowing him to get any yardage on the play. A very short gain, if any, Looks like he stopped right at the line of scrimmage, trying to go inside off a right guard, and a no gainer, bringing up 2nd and 10 on the play. Malvern needs to get inside the 5-yard line, inside the 4, to get a first down.
Boy, he ran into a stone wall there. Those big old Benton Panthers just dug in, and there wasn't any place to go there between the tackles. But we've had a lot of success, and we expect some more.
Malvern's going to have to use their speed tonight to get outside. Josh Moore in shotgun formation again, handing off, faking the inside, and now pitching out.
We got the ball back. He ran an option at back, and looked like Josh Moore just didn't quite lead him quite enough, Johnny, or he'd have probably scored on that.
Josh trying to turn up and then turning around and pitching to Clegg. Clegg wasn't expecting the ball. Gets over away from Stephen Clegg, and the ball starts bouncing around the field. The ball's down at the 15-yard line and brings up 3rd and 11 for the Malvern Leopards. Malvern has to have positive yardage in this play to have a good shot at the goal line. The field is reduced since they're inside the 20. Josh Moore in shotgun formation, Phillip Judd to the right, Chris Jones and Cameron Button is to the left. Thrown up for Cameron Butler to the left pylon, and it was thrown over the head of the defender as well as Cameron Butler. Just out of the reach for each one. I'm bringing up 4th down and 11, and again, I apologize for my pauseness. I'm used to calling the action from the tail end instead of the play-by-play, but I will attempt to get better as the game goes on. Brings up 4th and 11. The ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Josh Moore's got the play, giving it to the offense. 14 seconds left on the play clock. Chris Jones to the right. Wardell Brim to the left. Shotgun back to Josh Moore. Josh out to pass, rolling out to his right. He looks like he's throwing downfield. He throws it out of the end zone, bringing a turnover on downs for the Malvern Leopards. So Malvern turns out running the ball very well in this first series. Gets down, very attacking the teeth of this defense. So good start for the Malvern Leopards on offense, just not coming up with any points. It is 5:08 on the clock. Malvern trails Benton 7-0. Benton already comes out ready to play. They're not even no huddle offense for the Benton Panthers. Josh Langley, the quarterback that has all the press, is rolling out to his left and throwing deep downfield to a wide open receiver, and he drops it at the 45-yard line of the Malvern Leopards, and very open on the play. Good pass by the quarterback, but in and out of the receiver's hands, bringing up 2nd 10 for the Benton Panthers.
Johnny, we dodged one right there because big old 84 running down through there, and I tell you what, Chris Vaughn was behind everybody else, hit him in the hands, and he dropped a touchdown.
No doubt.
There's no doubt, you know.
No huddle offense again by Langley, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Looks like they're going to be in a passing situation. Only one back in the backfield. Steps back and throws a slant pattern to big number 11 and number 43 for the Malvern Leopards, which is Bruce Huell coming up on a stop, but not before Benton Panthers get a first down to their own 27-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Benton Panthers. Josh Langley starting out humming that ball and hitting his targets early in this ball.
He's hit them both the right square in the hands. He may be as good as advertised.
Short trips right, impacted inside. Now they all spread out, and Langley's going deep again, throwing on target, and number 11 comes up with a huge catch again right at midfield, maybe just short of midfield on the Benton side of the field, and 1st and 10, and Benton is rolling again. So Benton's coming out throwing the ball. They had trips packed into inside right, and had a guy running a post pattern, and he hits him in the numbers again.
Yeah, it's 22-yard pass at completion right there at the 50-yard line, and Benton's going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball, and they're going to throw the ball, looks like.
Josh Langley's calling out. We got number 11 in motion, coming to the left-hand side, throwing out to his wide out. Got kind of a screen for the receiver. Downfield, Josh Moore making the tackle, as well as number 37 for the Malvern Leopards, which is Terrence Block, making the stop, but not before gaining 20 yards down to the Leopard 30-yard line. Josh Moore Josh Langley, is senior quarterback for the Benton Panthers, is on target tonight.
We're going to have to figure out some way to get some penetration, make him hurry just a little bit and see how he handles that.
Shotgun again by Josh Langley. One back in the backfield, not even attempting to throw the ball. Number 10 hums it out there, wide open, number 11, and gets down to the Malvern Leopard 12-yard line. Wide open is number 11, Luke Brown.
Well, I tell you what, they're clicking it off in consecutive passes, 13, 22, 20, and 17 yards, and a first down each time they're going back.
They're spreading the Leopard field, and you've got a strong arm like Langley. You can get it to anywhere in the field, and he's doing a good job of getting the wide open receiver.
They're doing a lot of motion and running our linebackers and corners off, too.
4 receivers faking the reverse and throwing out to that wide out, and great play by Cantrell Johnson, making the receiver feel footsteps, and he makes him turn around and getting the fields, the receiver for the Benton Panthers a stop. Looks like first time for the Benton Panthers, there's going to be a huddle on the field. Malvern is taking a gasp of air while the defense is trying to slow down these Benton Panthers. 3:46 left on the clock. Benton's still leading 7-0. 13 on the play clock, and Langley's going. He's the only man in the backfield. He's got 5 receivers. Looks like it's going out for a pass.
Kept the ball.
Quarterback draw. Langley down inside the 5-yard line, down in near the 2-yard line. Will be very close to a first down for the Benton Panthers. And the referee is calling third down and short.
Yeah, I got him picking up 9. That makes it, 3rd and 1 at the 3. And boy, he just what the quarterback did then. He just backed up like he was going to, and then Josh Langley took up the middle and showed a lot of athletic ability there.
Langley under center, 1 back in the backfield, takes a quarterback sneak. Nobody expecting it, and Langley in for the touchdown. Benton Panthers go up 13-0 by the quarterback sneak by Josh Langley, senior quarterback. So Malvern at 3:04 is trailing the Benton Panthers 13-0. Huge crowd tonight that is brought from Benton Panthers. They're all in the west side end zone as well as up in the stands. There's not a place to sit. And expecting to see that.
I'm guessing there's probably, I did a rough head count earlier. There's close to 1,000 people here tonight from Benton, because I had 600-700, and that's without the band and the pep squad. PAT is good.
That is a PAT is good, and that brings the score 14-0, 3:05 left in this quarter. First quarter of Malvern Leopard plays. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Do you need help finding a commercial real estate location? McClure Real Estate maintains an extensive listing of commercial property for sale or for lease. Whether you need something large or something small in Malvern or anywhere in our area, McClure Real Estate has a property to fit your needs. Give us a call at 332-2777 or come by our offices at 226 Olive. That's McClure Real Estate, serving Hot Spring County since 1952.
And we are back here.
We'll try to get all of our sponsors in, our spots in with our sponsor tonight, Johnny, and we thank Cox Communication. Excuse me, but this ball game's going so fast that you're not having any incomplete passes, and you're not. And one thing about it, the clock is rolling, so maybe let the Leopards get the score. Get the ball, run the clock down, and get something out of this one.
No doubt. Leopards now trailing 14-0. 2 quick scores, two big drives, one big drive for the Benton Panthers, and bringing the score to 14-0. Kickoff by number 92 of the Benton Panthers, down to Cantrell Johnson, receiving it around the 5-yard line, up over the 20, slides over the 25, breaking it out over the 30, down over the 35-yard line. Excellent return by Cantrell Johnson. Great return for the Malvern Leopards, giving the opportunity for the Malvern Leopards offense to come out on the field. with good field position.
Well, Cantrell's another one of those kids that's got some speed, and it's one of these things that we're going to have to, like you said before, we're going to have to use Clegg's speed, we're going to have to use Cantrell's speed, and get some things going. Josh Moore's back in at quarterback in these Leopards, and then let's see what we get going here, bud.
Josh did a great job moving the Leopards early in this game. Stephen Clegg's legs are leading as well. The running game for the Malvern Leopards is going to have to remain strong throughout this ball game. Shotgun formation, Josh Moore taking the snap. Hands off to Stephen Clegg, and nowhere to go right at the line of scrimmage. Benton Panthers is sniffing out and keeping their eyes on Stephen Clegg early in this ball game. Josh Moore's been taking it out and making good yardage, taking the option, and the Malvern is going to have to continue to keep that ball rolling on the field. Bouncing to the outside has been a big forte for the Malvern so far in this ball game, and they're going to have to do so. Spreading the field out right now, Philip Judd as Chris Moore at slot, and Wardell Brim out to split in to his left. In the backfield is Stephen Clegg and Daniel Delamar in the backfield along with Josh Moore. Josh Moore takes the snap, gets it up over the 40-yard line, down to the 44-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. Brings up a short 3rd and 2 for the Malvern, and very good read by the quarterback, faking the handoff and taking it himself straight up the field.
You know, they're giving that to him because I don't think that the Benton Panthers thought that our quarterback was going to run with the ball. They're keying on Delamar, and they're keying on, of course, they're keying on Stephen Clegg also. But I tell you what, Josh Moore's done a good job running this offense.
Josh Moore, once again, we're always in the shotgun formation. Chris Jones in the slot and Wardell Brim to the left. Ball bounces out over the hands.
Whoa.
And we've got Stephen Clegg recovering it all the way back to the Leopard 34 of a loss of 7 yards on the play, not allowing to get very good field position. So Malvern will have 4th and 11 to go here. Excuse me, it should be 3rd and 11.
No, that was 3rd and 2. So
that was 3rd and 2.
Yes, it was.
And we have 4th and 11. Josh Moore in shotgun. It looks like Stephen Clegg's the only one in the background.
Great call. Great call.
Kick. And gets it all the way rolled down inside the 20-yard line. Josh Moore did a great job getting it off, and we have Chris Jones keeping the ball down at the Benton Panther 18. So Benton Panther will take over the ball with 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Benton is leading the game 14-0, trying to keep these Benton Panthers off the field.
Well, I tell you what, if you ever watched old-timey football and wondered what happened to the quick kick, there it is. Josh Moore was back there in his normal position, taking the snap, and of course he's our punter, and really got us out of a tough situation and put Benton back on the 18-yard line with a 1st and 10.
Benton coming out in shotgun, 5 receivers out for a pass. Josh Lang, the only one in the backfield, throws downfield, wide open, number 5, but a very short pass. Good read by Cantrell Johnson coming up and making the stop after about a 4-yard reception. Bringing the ball down to the 22-yard line. Benton momentarily slowed down.
A lot better coverage there. Cantrell Johnson was right out there, and not only that, with Cantrell's speed, he closed on that awful quick.
We got one back set with Josh Langley in the backfield. Man in motion coming across, number 11, been a big target. Throwing a wide receiver screen, missed tackle coming up. 84 gets back over the 40-yard line, down to the 40, almost to the 41-yard line. First down for the Benton Panthers. Good reception by number 84 of the Panthers. 84, Chris Vaughn, split in senior receiver. Again, this is a senior unit on this Benton Panthers, so we've got a big varsity football team that we're dealing with on the field. So this is the end of the first quarter. Benton Panthers lead 14-0. And we will be right back after these messages by our sponsors.
Teeter Chevrolet, your one stop for all your truck, car, and SUV needs. New and pre-owned, we have them. At Teeter Chevrolet, our service is second to none. And our body shop is the best around. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
We're back at Claude Mann Stadium, and Benton Panthers lead 14-0 starting the second quarter. Josh Langley for the Benton Panthers in shotgun formation, bringing wide receiver over the right, three-man set, going deep down the field. Number 9, Taylor Riggins, up over and knocking the ball away from the senior tight end, Vaughn. Good play by Taylor Riggins on that play.
Well, I tell you what, Taylor Riggins has got the speed to cover and close, and I'm going to tell you what he's done a little bit different than what he did. He stayed with that receiver all the way through, respecting his speed. But I tell you what, when it came to a jump ball, of course, Taylor's a big nice basketball player too, had the athletic ability to knock it away.
Ron, they've been going to Luke Brown, their number 11, very often, and it was going to fake to him and then go wide, deep towards the wide receiver. Quick hitting pass, kind of a flip to the tailback, and number 15 gets a good run after the catch, and not before he gains a good 20 yards on the reception down inside the Leopard 40-yard line with a little swing pattern by the Benton Panthers, and gets down to the inside the 49, the 39, down to the 38, and a big catch and run for the Benton Panthers. Josh Langley taking a no-huddle offense and getting to his 4 receivers and his 1 running back in the backfield, communicating with each one of them and not allowing Malvern Leopards to get a breath of fresh air. Taking the signals and getting the guys lined up. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion, inside handoff to number 9 of the Benton Panthers. Missed tackling and bounces all the way to the outside. 1 man to beat him, and we had a missed tackle. And it's a touchdown for the Benton Panthers. So Benton's 20 points on the board, and not before a 38-yard run by inside handoff to number 9. Number 9 is
I tell you
Mr.
what,
Clark. He's a tight end. He's got all receivers out here. So
yeah, Donovan Clark, and well, I tell you what, nice looking play there. They weren't going to get him. I mean, we missed him at about the 8, 9, 10-yard line. Wrong angle, and we just missed him.
Just a couple of missed tackles, bouncing to the outside. Inside handoff, and he bounces out to the outside around the 20-yard line. Another 2 missed tackles, and he goes into the end zone to the left-hand side of the field. Malvern trails 20-0, 11-14 on the clock, and the PAT is good. So the score now is 21-0, 11-14 in the ball game. We will be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
Ouachita Technical College in Malvern can get you started in the right direction. Ouachita Tech has all the classes you need to prepare yourself for a 4-year degree, as well as a variety of 1- and 2-year programs available. Plus, Ouachita Tech has made it even easier for you to get the classes you need, online classes. Whether you're a first-time student or someone looking to get back to college, get a great start at one of the best colleges in Arkansas, Ouachita Technical College in Malvern.
We are back at Claude Mann Stadium, and the Benton Panthers have come out showing that they are one of the schools to be reckoned with in this state, coming out and scoring 21 points, very close to 1 quarter of play against the Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, they're showing why depends on you talk to, probably the number 1 or maybe the number 2 or 3's team in the state, and that's 5A, people, and this is a good Benton football team.
Number 92 back to kickoff, and just about to kick off to the Malvern Leopards, and down to Cantrell Johnson inside the 10-yard line at the 8 yards, and Cantrell Johnson tackled right around the 23-yard line. So just about a 13, 14-yard return on the return. So Malvern will start 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line of their own, and be led by sophomore quarterback Anthony Witherspoon. It's great to see that young man out on the field.
It's good to see Anthony on the field. The last time we saw him on the field, he was on the other end of the field, and he was leaving in an ambulance. Had a lower back strain, but he got the green light to go through the CATs and everything, so he looks good to go. CAT scans.
Anthony's back in the backfield. Daniel Delamar as well as Stephen Clay. Inside handoff, Daniel Delamar, and Daniel gets a 3 yards to the 28-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. So good first down run by Daniel Delamar. Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Malvern Leopards. Malvern has continued to spread it out. Shotgun formation coming out with a couple of wide outs and a slot. Malvern continues to stay in that formation as they line up on this play. Cameron Butler and Taylor Riggins to the left, and Philip Judd to Anthony Witherspoon's right. 2 tailbacks in the backfield. Pass to the outside to Taylor Riggins, in and out of his hands, right around the 30-yard line. Ball got there a little quick before Taylor was ready for it. But still a good, strong throw by Anthony Witherspoon. That young man's got a good, strong arm, good future for the Malvern Leopards. Play comes in. Play clock's just about to be wound up. We have...
As well as those old joke goes, he pretty well hit him in the hand with the ball. And,
just a little bit strong on the play.
Yeah, he was. You want to make sure he got it out there, too.
Anthony has 2 slot backs and 2 wide outs, 1 man in the backfield. Stephen Clay, good strong play out again to Taylor Riggins. Just a little bit off target. A little pressure coming from the Benton Panthers, and not allowing to get a lot of opportunities to get a look at the receiver. Brings up 4th down and 6 to go for the Malvern Leopards. Anthony Witherspoon still in quarterback. Cameron Butler to the left, and also Taylor Riggins to the right. Snap to him, quick kick. Looks like he's going to be fielded around the 45-yard line. Benton's not going to go for the quick kick. Bouncing out inside Malvern Leopard. 33-yard, down to the 33-yard line. Good read by number 22 of the Benton Panthers, getting about a 18-yard return on the play. So Benton will take over with great field position.
Where did he kick the ball to, Johnny?
To the 45.
45.
Benton comes out with a no-huddle offense, and Josh Langley comes in to attack the Malvern Leopard defense once again. 2 receivers to his right, 1 wide receiver to his left, 2 men in the backfield. He surveys the field, looks downfield, throws it out very quick. There's a hook and ladder, and Cameron Butler reads it very well, not allowing the receiver to get to his outside, but not before he gets approximately 6 yards to the carry, and brings it down to the 28-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. 2nd down and 4 yards to go at the 944-yard line.
Yeah, put that one down 10-15-8 for 6 yards.
Inside handoff by number 24, fighting his way down inside the Malvern's 25-yard line. Very close to a 1st down, depending on the spot. Very close to the 24-yard line. Benton Panthers not expecting to run very much, and inside handoff, expecting to pass about every down. Brings up 3rd and very short for the Benton Panthers. It's very tough on them, this offense, to put a whole lot of pressure. This Langley guy will burn you very quick with his strong arm. Only man in the backfield, expecting, don't be surprised if he does not run it inside. Exactly what he does. Quarterback draw straight up the middle, down inside the 15-yard line, down to the 15. Good run by the quarterback of about 9 yards on the carry. So Benton Panthers getting a 1st down on very 3rd and short with a quarterback sneak. Brings up 1st down and 10 at the Malvern Leopard the 15-yard line. Knocking on the door once again by Josh Langley and company. These seniors from Benton Panthers have just marching and doing what they want to on offense. Josh Langley back in the shotgun formation, 1 back with him. Man in motion coming inside. Back to pass, 2 men pressuring him inside and in and out of the hands of number 84.
You know, Johnny, that's
Chris Vaughn.
We had some. Of course, the end zone was helping us with our coverage. We had good coverage by our D backs. Langley had to take a little time to look. We gave us time to put some pressure on him, and that's what we need to do more of. We need a little closer coverage if we can get it, and get some pressure on him, and just throw him off a little bit.
Again, great pressure by the Leopards' defensive line, getting in the backfield, putting their hands up, and rushing the throw. But again, shotgun formation, inside handoff to number 9, going down inside the 10-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down and 5 to go for the Benton Panthers. And they line him up at the slot back, and he peels back into the inside and trying to go right up the heart inside the 2 guards for the Benton Panthers. Bringing up a 3rd and 5, trips inside, quarterback and shotgun formation, split in to the left. Brings up Langley, brings inside and runs a keeper himself behind the trips right, and gets down to the Malvern Leopards 7-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 2 to go for the Benton Panthers.
We need to stop here. This is a big play, and 7:36, 7:35 counting here. They're 4th and 3. It's actually a 4th and a long 2. But
Malvern's going to have to get excited to make a big stop here to keep from the Benton Panthers and knocking on the door once again. We've got inside trips to the left and a split into the right. One receiver, inside pass, and a touchdown to the inside, number 11 for the Benton Panthers. So Benton again scoring inside on 4th down and 2. So Benton goes up to 27-0 at 7:12 at the break here. Malvern just can't seem to slow this Benton Panther team down. PAT team's out on the field, and again, ready to kick off.
Number 92 is fixing it.
It is up,
Good.
And it's through. So the Benton Panthers lead the Malvern Leopards 28-0 at 7:12 left in the quarter.
My name is Jim Ferguson, and I am president of the Elkhorn Bank in Malvern. I've been in the banking business 30-plus years. 20 of those years have been in Malvern, Arkansas. I developed a lot of close friendships. I'm convinced that the management of Elkhorn Bank understands community banking. The willingness to offer the type of service that we believe exemplifies a community bank image.
The Elkhorn Experience. It's all about service. From Jim Ferguson, member FDIC.
We're back at Claude Mann Stadium, 28-0. Ron, what do you say to these young men at this point in time in this ball game?
Well, you just got to go back and you've got to talk to them about keeping your assignments, play your lane, tackle. We're back to blocking and tackling, and just do the best you can. Keep your head up, play hard.
Play with pride. That's the number one thing I would tell them. Play with pride. Again, number 92 for the Benton Panthers, ready to kick off at 7:12 left in the second quarter. And he lines up and he kicks it deep. A little squib kick. Looks like it's going out of bounds around the 18-yard line. A flag comes out, and Malvern Leopard will take over, I believe, at the 35-yard line, not the 40. So Malvern will obtain a very good field position at the 35-yard line of their own, and Malvern will be taking over at 7:12 left on the clock.
Well, it's one of these situations now. Witherspoon runs back out on the field that the Leopards have got to put something together like they did on that second drive, actually that first drive, when they came up short. We can run on these guys. If we just hold some blocks, sustain some blocks, and get a crease for Delamar and Clegg. That's all they need, and we can put some first downs together and turn this thing around a little bit.
Anthony Witherspoon again taking the snap, hands off inside to Stephen Clegg. He bounces off the outside to the right, and not before he turns a corner and gets 4 yards on the play down to the 39-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. So Malvern second down and around 6 yards to go.
And there you go. There's your Southern State player of the game, and it's positive yards, 4 yards. But like you said earlier, Johnny, you use that speed to get outside, and he got outside and picked up 4 yards.
3 downs and 4 yards a pop. You get a first down. That's what Malvern's looking for. Anthony Witherspoon again, shotgun formation. Stephen Clegg right beside him. 2 slot backs and 2 wide outs. Running the option to the left. Anthony trying to run wide out. We've got 2 flags. And
it looked like we had one of our guys, a tackle got around him, and he had grabbed a hold of him to keep him from wrapping up Witherspoon, and that's a hold that's going to cost us 10 yards.
The young quarterback's going to have to decide to take it and get positive yards. Don't string out the option play. Don't run it all the way to the outside. We've got holding on the Malvern Leopards. They're going to back Malvern all the way up at the 38-yard line, so it's going to be back at the spot of the foul, and it's going to be inside the 28-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. So Malvern's going to have to face adversity right here real quick on the offensive side beyond the scoreboard itself. 2 receivers, Wardell Brim and Chris Jones, line up to the right-hand side. Philip Judd to the left. Daniel Delamar lining up on the left slot. Stephen Clegg in the backfield right beside Anthony Witherspoon. Shotgun back, get the inside handoff to Stephen Clegg. Loses his footing, brings up a third down and around a long 15 yards. Stephen Clegg had an opening inside, and Benton was expecting to pass, bringing zone defense. So
I think Clegg was a little excited that the hole was that big once he got through it. I mean, it was a gaping hole.
Yeah,
and he tried to cut back to his left and just lost his footing.
He had 2 options: go inside, go right or left, and he just took a bad footing. So it brings up 3rd and 15. Anthony Witherspoon trying to direct traffic of the Malvern Leopards. 3 to the right, and Philip Judd to his right. Anthony Witherspoon bounces it out to inside, and a flag comes out, not before Anthony Witherspoon gets it
up to
first down to the Malvern Leopards 46-yard line. A flag pops out, and it's very possible another flag against the Malvern Leopards right at their own 38-yard line, bringing the ball back to that spot.
Yeah, he picked up 16 yards and made an excellent run. And the sad thing, the thing you hate about that is Witherspoon's down the field at least 5 to 7 yards when the flag comes out, and it was behind the play, and it's just very, very unfortunate. Wipes out a good game.
It looked like to me that Philip Judd might have had his hands on the defender, but I didn't think that it was a flag or should have been thrown, but nevertheless, the referee had a little better angle than I had, so brings the ball all the way back down to the 29-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. Malvern faces adversity once again, 3rd and 16. Josh Moore in at quarterback now for the Malvern Leopards. 1 running back in the backfield, 3 men in the slot. Josh Moore steps back for a pass, inside pass to Chris Jones. Chris Jones trying to come across the grain, and not before he gets tackled down at the Malvern Leopards 37-yard line. So brings up a 4th down and a long 8 yards for the Malvern Leopards.
I tell you what impressed me then was Benton's speed. Chris Jones had some running room over on this side. And I want to tell you something, John. Those Benton kids, those linebackers, they closed fast.
Shotgun formation, not a punting formation for the Malvern Leopards. Again, Benton Panthers thinking they're going to be punting, so trying to get a pressure.
Well, now we got a timeout by, who called timeout? Timeout.
Benton Panthers call timeout. So, Ron, let's take another break and listen from our sponsor. 4:26 on the clock. Benton 28.
Orr's Furniture in Malvern is proud to support the Malvern Leopards. Our new furniture complex at 400 MLK Boulevard is one of the largest in the state, featuring the most trusted names in the industry. We stock a huge selection of leather sofas, chairs, and home theater seating, as well as one of the largest recliner galleries in Arkansas, featuring Lazy Boy, Lane, and Catnapper. Our Sleep Central bedding gallery offers you the opportunity to pick out just the right firmness of Sealy or Stearns & Foster mattress set. All of us at Orr's Furniture wish the Leopards well this season, and we look forward to visiting with you this fall.
The play has been whistled back in, and Malvern is 4th down and 8 yards to go, and Benton Panthers have got a defensive scheme out trying to defend the play. So Benton, Josh Moore back to run a play. Oh, pitches it out to Stephen Clegg. Miss fumble, pitching it back behind him, and not before the Benton Panthers get behind and knock him down for a loss on the play of about 5 yards. The ball is spotted right at the 32-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. Again, defense for the Malvern Leopards are going to be on their heels again, putting them in bad position at the 32-yard line. So Malvern is in a tough spot again with this ferocious Benton Panther offense. So
we've given Benton excellent field position the last 3 possessions, and you can't do that. You just absolutely can't do it.
Short trips right, man in motion going to the outside, number 15. Langley rolls out, in and out of the hands of the receiver, but Cantrell Johnson making a diving attempt at the ball, almost coming up with it. Momentarily, Benton Panthers slowing down for a miscue or a bad pass by Langley. Not very often.
And to follow up what I was saying, Johnny, we're in a situation where we've had to go for a couple times to do something different, and Benton hasn't had to drive the length of the field but twice, and they've scored 4 times. That kind of tells you what's happened.
Malvern Leopards needs to step up and make a big play here. Benton looks like going into a screen. Langley in and out of the hands of the running back, but very good coverage by Cantrell Johnson. Number 75, Austin Caldwell, also out there, Chris Jones and a few others that made a great play, great read, not allowing the screen to go unseen. So great play by the Malvern Leopards on that play.
Very, very, very alert on the defensive side of the ball that time, and it's one of those things I think the kids just kind of keyed on. Langley doesn't normally go back that far, and he kept backing up, and they read their keys and got back into their zones.
3rd down and 10 for Langley at the 32-yard line. Man in motion coming across in front of him to the Malvern Leopard side. 84 throwing inside and far out. Was not even a close pass to number 11. And Langley's trying to go to the open spot. But brings up 4th and 10 for the Benton Panthers. And Langley and crew is looking towards Coach Jones and looking to see what kind of play they want to run next.
This series, Langley has not been as sharp as he was earlier. Looks to me, Johnny, like he may be trying to throw. He's throwing the ball a little bit harder. But anyway, he's. I don't know whether you're an old quarterback. Is he forcing it or just a little off this series? Because he hadn't been close. He's thrown the ball 3 times incomplete, and he hadn't been close on any of them.
He's probably just trying to rush it a little bit. Nonetheless, 4th down and 10. Langley in shotgun formation, doing another pooch kick, trying to get it inside the 10-yard line. And Benton Panthers do a great job kicking it down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, and Langley just seems to do it all for the Benton Panthers. So doing exactly a little payback for the Malvern Leopards doing a pooch kick earlier.
The thing about it is, though, Johnny, that's a stop. I'm going to tell you something. That here 3:55, and this is the first time that honestly that the Leopards have stopped them and put them. And it's big. I'm babbling here, but I'm excited because you got to be for the defense.
It ought to be a moral victory for the Malvern Leopards. They stopped them, and they were on their side of the field, and they stopped them, and they did not go for 4th and 10. So Malvern comes out offense, shotgun formation. Anthony Witherspoon standing in the end zone along with Stephen Clegg and Daniel Delamar. 2 wideouts, inside handoff to Stephen Clegg, bouncing it straight up the middle and getting up over the 5, maybe a 1 to 2 yard gain at the most. But Benton Panthers expecting the run deep in their Malvern's territory.
I tell you what, he picked up a tough yard, but I'm going to tell you something. It's a positive yard, Johnny, and anytime you get positive yardage inside your 5-yard line, that's something to build on.
Ron, we've got special guests here at the Claude Mann Stadium. We've got Channel 7 circling the airways around here and getting people excited. I saw a cameraman earlier watching this ball game, knowing it's a big contest. Ball goes out, in and out of the hands behind Cameron Butler. And just unfortunately right behind him, it would have been a big pickup for the Malvern Leopards. Brings up a long 3rd down right at the Malvern Leopards 5-yard line. Malvern trying to get it out out of the hole and trying to get positive yards each time they carry the ball.
That would have been a 1st and 10, and those are the kind of plays you've got to make. If you're gonna be a good football team, you've got to connect on those passes.
Exactly. 3rd and 9 on the play. Anthony Witherspoon standing at the goal line. Stephen Clegg right beside him. 4 men in wide receivers position. Throwing it down. Daniel Delamar makes the catch right at the 15-yard line, and it looks like the spot is going to be right at the 14.
Well, they moved it back from the other side. Boy, I tell you what.
Ron, I think it's very short. I think it's just about a foot short.
It was good. It was good till they moved it back. They moved it back the length of a football, and I believe that crippled it. Anyway, it was an excellent pass, excellent run from Witherspoon. Threw it out there.
Daniel Delamar. The referee's going to take a timeout to check the spot, but I believe it's about short of about the length of the football. So momentarily we have a pause in the action at 2:58 on the clock. Benton leading the game 28-0. Referee's taking the chains and they're pulling it out. And it looks...
That's it. Like I told you, I'm telling you.
First down.
Well, they tried to move it. Okay, I won't say that. But anyway, I was surprised with the spot, the way the guy came and backed it up a little bit. But that's a great play. That's a big first down when you need one.
Ron, Daniel Delamar come up with a big play for the Malvern Leopards. We need another one just to keep the momentum going. Clock's going to start at 2:58 in the second quarter. Malvern has plenty of time to get some points on the board. 1st and 10 at the Malvern Leopard 14-yard line. Anthony Witherspoon takes the snap, takes it himself over the right-hand side himself. Could have had a chance to pitch it to Stephen Clegg, but gets positive yards up to very close to the Malvern 17-yard line.
Well, he got 3 yards on that run. I'm going to tell you something. I'm impressed with Witherspoon coming back. The 10th graders come back. He's shown a lot of courage. We know he's got athletic ability, and after just within a week, what he's been through with also, unfortunately, there was a death in the family with other things, and Anthony's had a tough week, and the Witherspoon family's had a tough week, and we're thinking of them too.
2 slots, 2 wideouts. Anthony Witherspoon has a lot of receivers going downfield, way downfield. Wardell Brim jumps up, and he jumps too quick. Unfortunately, long pass, good pass. Anthony Witherspoon just up over the head of Wardell Brim. Wardell trying to go up at the highest point that all receivers are supposed to and trying to come down with it. His size and his ability to jump, could have jumped over the defender to come up with a big play, but jumped a little early. But nevertheless, brings Malvern to a long 7 yards for the first down. Must get up over the 24-yard line of their own for the first down. Brings up a long 3rd and 7. Anthony Witherspoon still in the backfield with Stephen Clegg. 2 slots and 2 wideouts going into passing down. Going downfield again to Daniel Delamar. Fighting again. Ball comes out. And the referee calls for the Benton Panthers to take over right at the 24-yard line. Looked like Daniel Delamar got stripped of the ball. So unfortunately, turnover deep in Malvern territory to allow the Benton Panthers to come back out on the field. You cannot fault Daniel Delamar for trying to fight for that first down and for the Malvern Leopards. Malvern's trying to do everything they can to get out of the hole, and they did. So, again, at 1:58 on the clock, Malvern turns the ball over to the Benton Panthers.
Once again, it's inside of that 30-yard line, Johnny, and it just makes it really tough.
No huddle for the Benton Panthers. Trips to the left, and man goes in motion onto the outside. Throwing a screen pass and holding. Coming on Cantrell Johnson. He fights to it and makes the tackle himself. Excellent play by Cantrell Johnson on the play.
After he was tackled.
Again, Ron and I both saw him be pulled to the ground, and then he gets up and makes a tackle on an open field tackle all by himself by the running back. 2nd down and 6 to go on the play. The young man only got 4 yards. Excellent one-on-one tackle by Cantrell Johnson. Kashif Manuel limps off the field, getting momentarily hurt on the play. But Langley coming to the shotgun, inside handoff to number 9. Missed tackle by number 9, getting down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8-yard line of the Malvern Leopards, but not before a first down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, 10th grader number 37, Terrence Block, got a hold of him, wasn't going to let go, and saved a tackle. Saved a touchdown.
Very close to 1 minute left in the ball game. Langley surveys the field. 5 receivers going out for a pass pattern, giving pressure, but inside pass going to number 11 for the touchdown. So Langley connects with the senior number 11, Luke Brown, split in once again in this ball game. Benton scores at 59:04 left on the clock. 34-0, Benton leads. PAT coming up for the Benton Panthers, number 92, lined up around the 12-yard line, ready for the kick. Number 5 is the holder for the Benton Panthers. Ball down and up and through for the extra point. Benton leads 35-0, going in to inside a minute to go in this half. So, Ron, let's go take another message from our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this.
Do you need help finding a commercial real estate location? McClure Real Estate maintains an extensive listing of commercial property for sale or for lease. Whether you need something large or something small in Malvern or anywhere in our area, McClure Real Estate has a property to fit your needs. Give us a call at 332-2777 or come by our offices at 226 Olive. That's McClure Real Estate, serving Hot Spring County since 1952.
Thank you, McClure's, and we appreciate you sponsoring our broadcast tonight. We've got 59 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. Benton leading 35-0.
Well, tell you what, Johnny, it's a situation that it's 35-0, but it could have been 2 touchdowns either direction. Malvern is stop. Here we go.
Squib kick down inside the 20-yard line. Malvern having a little trouble picking up 43. Mr. Hughes picks up the ball and takes it up over the 27-yard line. So Malvern will gain possession at their 27-yard line. 54 seconds, a little about 5 seconds ran off the clock on that squib kick. And it's kind of greasy a little bit, and those guys picked it up and got positive yards on the return. Excellent field position for the Malvern Leopards. I've always stated if they can get over the 25-yard, they've got good field position.
Positive yards outside the 20. That's a Johnny Gibbs given any time we're here. Hey, we're positive yards outside the 20.
Again, Malvern has to come out and maintain a positive attitude and make positive yards. Anthony Witherspoon has to lead this offense, and he is once again. Takes the deep snap and throwing it downfield. Intercepted by the Benton Panthers, number 31, and he's going inside the 10-yard and inside for the score. Interception return from the 40-yard line down for the touchdown for the Benton Panthers with 43 seconds left on the clock. Benton Panthers score once again, 41-0. Just the receiver was turning one way and the ball was heading the other. An unfortunate pass by the young man, Anthony Witherspoon.
What was the number? That number 31?
Yes. 41-0, 43 seconds left on the clock. Malvern attempting a pass and interception return for the touchdown.
Seth Brown ran the 27-yard TD back for the Benton Panthers.
PA team is out so far. Ball is put down on the tee and up and through for the PAT, bringing the score to 42-0. And Ron, we will get back with our sponsors, and we will be right back after these messages.
Hanging with my boys, no one to bother us. None of that noise. Lady Luck's on my side, I'm about to take the fellas for a ride. A little bluff here and a few white lies. You do what you got to take home the prize. Suckers.
Looking for a sure thing? Head to McDonald's for one of Arkansas's favorites, the classic double cheeseburger. Get it for only $1 on McDonald's dollar menu.
We are back at Claude Mann Stadium. Score 42-0. This excellent team that's coming from Benton has come out firing early in this ball game and not has let these Malvern Leopards up to even smell any fresh air at all. Kick going downfield, squib kick again. Fielded by number 37, block, and he bounces back up over the 35-yard line down to the 37. So good return for the Malvern Leopards, good field position, and Malvern has got to maintain some confidence in trying to get into halftime without another turnover here in this ball game. Malvern must maintain confidence and get back to their roots with running the ball with Stephen Clegg and running with the quarterback, and maintain trying to get it to our big wideouts and going downfield with the short passes. Anthony Witherspoon, single running back with him, Stephen Clegg. Two men in the slot, Chris Jones and Daniel Delamar, running the option to the left, getting it outside to Stephen Clegg. Stephen Clegg's speed gets him bouncing out to the outside, and not before he's down with a 7-yard, very close to an 8-yard run down to the 46-yard line. Very good play by Anthony Witherspoon, getting it in his hand as his tailback and letting him bounce to the outside. So second.
Nice 8-yard pickup, and like you say, getting that speed, getting it outside, Southern State player of the game, and get him outside, he can get positive yards, Johnny.
Anthony Witherspoon taking shotgun formation, two men in the backfield. Stephen Clegg bounces out. Daniel Delamar not allowing anybody to penetrate, but bringing Stephen Clegg down. And that is the end of the second quarter, bringing the score 42-0. Malvern trailing early in this ball game and not before down early. So Malvern will be back in the second quarter with better results. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back after these messages.
Malvern National Bank can make your dreams come true with the Home Advantage Equity Line of Credit. This is Tony Warner, and if you're a homeowner, Malvern National Bank can show you the way to live your dreams by using the equity in your home. You can use the Home Advantage Equity Line for anything you want up to your qualifying amount and make one convenient monthly payment. Your low interest could be tax deductible, but check with your tax consultant. Take that long desired vacation, pay tuition, remodel your home, get a new vehicle you choose, and you don't have to come to the bank every time you need money. The Home Advantage Equity Line of Credit from Malvern National Bank, an equal housing lender. Call us today.
Teeter Chevrolet, your one stop for all your truck, car, and SUV needs. New and pre-owned, we have them. At Teeter Chevrolet, our service is second to none. And our body shop is the best around. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
It is time for kickoff for the second half. Again, the Malvern Leopards trail 42-0. This does give the speed up clock, being that it's going to be continuous rolling. Only referees can stop the clock in timeout. So that will start immediately here in the start of the third quarter. Stephen Clegg, Cantrell Johnson, Bruce Ewell, all back to receive the kick deep, and number 92 is just about to kick off. And back deep, down to the corner, and will be out of bounds at the 5-yard line. A flag comes out on the field, and Malvern Leopard will take the ball over at the Malvern Leopard 35. So the beginning of the third quarter, Malvern Leopard will start at their own 35-yard line, and the referee will place the ball on the right hash mark. So the Malvern Leopards will come out with a potent offense led by Anthony Witherspoon.
I do see this, Johnny. I see a lot of clean white shirts out there on the Benton Panthers. So and that's a sign that these are kids that have not been in the game, because you can see the dirt. These white shirts get a little sweaty and they get dark, but these are nice new white shiny ones.
It's not great news, but it's good news for the Malvern Leopards having an opportunity to move the football. So
well, and for the Benton staff too, it gives them a chance to look at some kids under game conditions.
Malvern has the opportunity to have a young team already out there, throwing it outside to Chris Jones, battling his way down to the 42-yard line. Great throw and catch. Excellent pass by Anthony Witherspoon, getting it out to Chris Jones. Chris Jones lining up in slot, throwing a swing pattern out to the flat, and coming towards the Leopards stand, so a good gain on first down for the Leopards.
Nice 7 yards, and that's what we talked about at halftime, John. That's basic football. Chris, you could watch his head. He watched that ball right all the way into his hands, tucked the ball in, and turned up and picked up 7 yards, and that's what you need to do.
Good throw and catch on first down. So brings up a long 3 yards, 4 yards to go for the first down at the Malvern Leopard 42-yard line. Anthony Witherspoon by himself along with Stephen Clegg, and the ball is thrown dead. Got a flag by the side judge, so looks like it's going to be a dead ball foul. And we've got a penalty. It looks like the Benton Panthers are moving backwards, so we've got probably encroachment against the Benton Panthers, which will be an automatic first down, bringing the ball out very near the 47-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. So Malvern will take control, first down and 10. The clock continues to roll at 10:22, regardless if the referee calls the ball dead or not. Anthony Witherspoon in shotgun formation, right beside halfback Daniel Delamar in slot. Chris Jones also in slot. 2 wide outs, Philip Judd and Wardell Brim. Out to Philip Judd, takes it himself, bounces outside, down inside the 44-yard line of the Benton Panthers. Good catch, good throw by Anthony Witherspoon. Very close to a first down. Going to be shy, maybe a half a yard, but not before we get a good play on first down.
Well, the thing about it too, Johnny, is like we're saying, we're sitting here. They're working on things that they need to work on. And they're doing what they need to do. The Leopards are, and it's a good situation for us.
Shotgun formation again. Quarterback Anthony Witherspoon surveys the defense, coming inside, handoff to Daniel Delamar, bouncing outside, and gets the first down to the 42-yard line of the Benton Panthers, and moves the chains once again. Inside handoff, allowing him to break it outside and breaking a tackle to get the first down. So down inside the 42, and Malvern moves the chains once again. Exactly what Coach Hart wanted to do. Come out here, completing passes and making hard runs.
Yeah, and it's back that Southern State key to the game in this second half. Let's overcome that adversity and get some positives going.
One back in the backfield. Shotgun formation, Anthony Witherspoon. 2 slots, 2 wide outs, throwing it out to the outside. Wardell Brim making a good catch. Slips as he turns the corner, but not before he makes a first down to the 32-yard line of the Benton Panthers, and it should move the chains.
Well, I tell you what,
Anthony
Witherspoon took a lick then.
He did take a lick, but he's up, taking his breath and getting the play from Coach Baker, but the referee signals first down.
He's a tough kid. I like him. He's a tough kid. He's a gutsy kid, and he's as a 10th grader, he's just going to grow and grow and grow as this Leopard football team grows, and we're doing well here.
2 wide outs, 2 slots again. No, Bruce Ewell, the fullback, right beside Anthony Witherspoon. Inside handoff to him and spins out. First man grabs him and stops him, slows down his penetration right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like a no-gainer on the play for the Malvern Leopards. Inside handoff trying to go to the right-hand side of the line and slowed down very quickly by the defensive end of the Benton Panthers.
I think they gave him a third, almost a half a yard, didn't they, Johnny?
They stopped his momentum, and then they gave it right at the stop of the momentum. So Malvern got a pretty good break with that.
Yeah.
Maybe a foot gain on the play, but Malvern comes out with 2 slots again. Wardell Brim and Chris Jones to the left, and Daniel Delamar and Philip Judd to the right. Shotgun coming back to Anthony Witherspoon. Bruce Huell coming up straight up the middle, bounces in down to the 20-yard line. Excellent run by Bruce Huell to make a...
The coaches have seen something up here in the booth or whatever, Johnny. They're soft in the middle, or not soft in the middle, but we've got something we can do in the middle, and Bruce Huell is really taking advantage of a nice 11-yard gain there for another 1st and 10.
Once again, that's another sophomore making big strides for this Malvern Leopard offense. Anthony Witherspoon takes his call from the coaches. He's got about 14 seconds left on the play clock.
Well, Anthony's grown up so much and matured enough that he's in good shape out there because, you know.
We got a
referee stop.
Referee calling timeout, and Malvern will take a timeout at the 6:22 mark in the third quarter. We'll be back after these messages.
At Southern State Bank, we know that our success depends on the success of our customers. So we go the extra mile to help you fulfill your dreams. Whether your goal is to build your dream home, provide for your children's college education, or secure retirement income, at Southern State Bank, we want to help make your dreams a reality. So come by Southern State Bank and receive banking in the right direction.
And we're back at Claude Mann Stadium. Shotgun formation. Fake handoff to Bruce Hewell. Anthony Witherspoon breaks it to the outside and keeps it himself, getting inside the 15-yard line. The tackle by number 96 of the Benton Panthers. Good run on first down for the Malvern Leopards, and getting about 6 yards, 7 yards on the carry. So it brings up 2nd and 3, a long 3 yards for the Malvern Leopards. Knocking on the door once again for the Leopards.
Witherspoon showed a lot of smarts and a lot of athletic ability there, because he could have been stopped back there, but he did get to the outside, shows the speed, and shows what he can do out there.
2 slots again, 2 wideouts, and trying to go downfield and throwing it out to a wideout. Chris Jones, good catch. Chris Jones in for the touchdown, running that out pattern, and great catch by Chris Jones. Good pass by Anthony Witherspoon on that play. Trying to run the crisscross with the wideout, Woodruff rim, and then come out with Chris Jones running the out pattern, and Anthony Witherspoon puts it right into his chest, and good throw and catch by the offense.
We're in a situation now that the fans that are here, and you watch this tomorrow on Channel 13, is saying that you can see what Malvern can do against a equally matched ball club.
Josh Moore for the PAT, and the ball is up and no good.
They got a hand on it, looked like they just tipped it at the line there, Johnny, but 4:51 mark in the third quarter. Leopard scored six points and just barely missed a PAT.
Ron, what I want to tell you, that's a moral victory for these Malvern Leopards to come out here and go ahead and score right out of the gate. They're playing for heart right now.
Sure, and like of the Southern State keys to victory here, that now they've overcome the adversity of being down 42-0. They come out here, show pride, and like you said, they showed that Leopard spirit, what the coaches told them to do, and looked like a good football team.
Ron, I'll also tell you this: the Benton Panthers got their second teamers in there, and they're probably juniors and sophomores. You know what? Our offense has juniors and sophomores on the whole team, the starting lineup. Yeah. So, we'll kind of even out the field a little bit, and our men are winning the battle out there in the second half. Number 77 for the Malvern Leopards, Michael Rogers, coming out to kick off the kickoff at their own 40-yard line, trying to pin them deep for the Benton Panthers.
Michael's a big, strong kid. Good athlete, really's got he's a 5'9", 300-pound 11th grader that he's just getting better and better and better, and we'll be getting better next year. He's just and a good kid.
3:29 left in the third quarter. Michael Rogers stands to kick off. Boots it all the way down near the 10-yard line. Number 84, senior split in, takes it to the outside, brings him down around the 43-yard line of the Benton Panthers. Number 21 of the Malvern Leopards, Briston Bradley, brings him down for the stops.
Well, that's a number we've seen before. That was number 84. We saw him catching a lot of passes in that first half, and you see 11, 9, 54, 15, 84, 62. Those were the starters for the Benton Panthers that we saw so much of and got familiar with.
Senior split in, Chris Vaughn was the return man. So looks like we've got a host of new Benton Panthers on offense. Number 16, quarterback for the Benton Panthers, coming out. I think he's a senior quarterback as well.
Senior's Casey Greer, a 12th grader.
Inside handoff to number 29. And Daniel Delamar, defensive end, brings him down after a gain of probably 3 on the play, down to the 48-yard line. So Malvern needs to come out here and stiffen up his defense and get the positive things rolling in the second half as well on defense. Second teamers on Benton Panther, no huddle offense. Two halfbacks. Got to split out both sides. Slot man to the left. Inside handoff to number 29. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Blair Williams, but allowed to break free and still gets another yard carry on the play. So brings up 3rd and 5 on the play, getting the ball down to the 49-yard line.
That was 29 again, wasn't it, or 24? I missed the
29.
Number. All right, thanks. See that, Michael? I have to ask him on, normally I do this with the headphones off, but Mike's homesick, so I have to ask these questions live.
Shotgun, same formation as last. Quarterback scrambles to the outside. Blair Williams on the attack and in and out of the receiver's hand. Cantrell Johnson, Josh Moore on the coverage for Malvern Leopards. Make a good stop here on 4th and 5. So brings up a punting situation. And Malvern making a good stand for the defense with 1:11 left with the clock rolling for the Malvern Leopards. So Malvern coming out on defense and stiffening as well and looking pretty good. So Malvern's going to attempt to get the ball. Taylor Riggins back to receive. Josh Moore. And also number 37 for the Malvern Leopards, Terrence Block, as well as being an upback. So number... Looks like...
I can't get the number, Johnny.
Number 17. Ball block! Malvern Leopards block, and that's number 43, Bruce Huell on the block.
Really playing a good ball game. Really playing a good ball game.
Big block right at the 45-yard line of the Benton Panthers. So Malvern will take over 1st and 10 with 33 seconds left on the clock, and Malvern has an opportunity knocking on the door once again, trying to get the ball in with the first team offense of the Malvern Leopards.
Well, this is the defense did what they needed to do. They stepped up, and granted this is Benton's twos, but Benton's twos are pretty good. Is a pretty dang good football team, folks.
Anthony Witherspoon by himself, along with Daniel Delamar, 4 wide outs, ready to go downfield, ready to throw the ball. Fake handoff, gets away, throws it way downfield, wide open. Oh my! Number 35, Stephen Clay, all by himself, scores right before the 3rd quarter ends. Wide open, gets back behind. Looked like a busted play by Anthony Witherspoon. Picks it up, stay composed, and throws it downfield. Great catch by Stephen Clay. Get it inside, all by himself. 12 to 42.
You've got to turn on channel 13 tomorrow at 4 o'clock and watch these Leopards. You especially got to watch that play. That's almost a busted play. Witherspoon shows the athletic ability and then to pick the ball up, Johnny, and then finds him down at about the 12-yard line and finds Clay for the touchdown.
Josh Moore for the PAT gets it up. And good. With no time left in the 3rd quarter, Malvern scores once again. Another pass pattern giving Anthony Witherspoon all the confidence in the world here in the 2nd quarter, coming up with 2 big scores on passing down. So this is the end of the 3rd quarter. The score is the Benton Panthers 42, Malvern 13. We will be back right after these messages.
Malvern National Bank can make your dreams come true with the Home Advantage Equity Line of Credit. This is Tony Warner, and if you're a homeowner, Malvern National Bank can show you the way to live your dreams by using the equity in your home. You can use the Home Advantage Equity Line for anything you want up to your qualifying amount and make one convenient monthly payment. Your low interest could be tax deductible, but check with your tax consultant. Take that long desired vacation, pay tuition, remodel your home, get a new vehicle you choose, and you don't have to come to the bank every time you need money. The Home Advantage Equity Line of Credit from Malvern National Bank, an equal housing lender. Call us today.
George McClure Jr., Frank McClure, Jack Clayton, Gene Dugan, Bob Jones, Danny Riggins, Deanne Williams, Nita Wingo. These are the people who serve Malvern and the Hot Spring area for McClure Real Estate. McClure Real Estate is locally owned and locally operated, serving Hot Spring County since 1952. That's McClure Real Estate.
It's the start of the 4th quarter. Malvern comes out scoring 2 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, trying to make a game of it. The score is 42 to 13. Benton. Michael Rogers ready to kick off for the Malvern Leopards at the Malvern's 40-yard line. Michael kicks it deep down to number 34 inside the 5-yard line. Chris Vaughn, number 84, takes it out gets breaking free and slips down around the their own 40-yard line, and he's down at the 43-yard line. So a 38-yard return on the play, giving the Benton Panthers good field position.
I tell you once again, boys, number 84. 84, Chris Vaughn. I'm going to tell you something. This kid's good. He's fast. He's elusive. Got great hands. And I imagine there's some people. I know that there's a lot of colleges looking at a lot of these kids at Benton. But I want to tell you something. 84 is one they need to take a real good look at.
He's got a lot of speed and he's got talent. He can catch the ball. Offense for Benton's out there once again. Man in motion. Handoff inside, fights back to the line of scrimmage, gets about 3 yards on the play. Malvern had him stopped. Blair Williams along with Bruce Huell at the linebacker position coming up and making the stop. But big running backs for the Benton Panthers, number 29, carries it back to positive yards. Brings up second down in the long 7 yards. Shotgun formation again. Running the inside handoff again to the slot back. He breaks it back right up the middle. Linebackers again. Bruce Huell making the stop for the Malvern Leopards, along with number 4 for the Malvern Leopards, Eric Broughton. Brings up a very short 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. Quarterback number 16 for the Benton Panthers trying to command the Benton Panthers, Casey Greer. The motion coming inside, hands off to number 24. Bruce Huell making the first hit. Josh Moore also helping out. Not before a first down, very near the 45-yard line, so the chains will move for the Benton Panthers. First down and 10 spotted outside the 45-yard line. Malvern, it's on the Malvern Leopards side of the field. 9:46 ticking on the clock. Casey Greer in shotgun formation. Four wide outs.
Leopards need to dig in here with almost a man mode.
Faking to the motion man. Big fullback taking the ball, number 29, and getting a good 5 yards on the carry. So brings the ball down to the 40-yard line. Several Leopards on the stop. Blair Williams, looks like number 6 for the Leopards. Cameron Butler on the play, making the stop. It takes several guys to get the big fullback down.
Big kid, that's, I tell you what, 29 is just to show you, you know, Blake Poole is 11th grader, and he is a big, strong kid, and you just don't see any 10s on this roster. By that I mean that many 10th graders are all 11th and 12th graders, and they're all quite good-sized young men.
There's 70 of these young men from Benton that come in and play in this ball game. 29 and number 75 for the Malvern Leopards, Austin Caldwell, is playing both ways. Made a stop and made a loss on the play, so loss of about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. Bring the ball back very close to the 42-yard line, and brings up a 3rd down and 6 on the 7 yards on the play. It says 6 yards, but I think it's about 7.
3rd and 7. That's because he lost 2 and.
Good time for the Malvern Leopards to stiffen again. Austin Caldwell limps off after making a huge stop on defense.
Ashton plays both ways. He may need just take a deep breath or two. He's a big kid and has played a lot. Here they go.
Quarterback fakes to his up back, and he takes it himself for a quarterback draw and gets inside the 35-yard line down to the 33-yard line for a first down. So Benton moves the chains on 3rd down. And you just don't expect empty backfield and the quarterback to do a sneak.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that Josh Langley scored on down there. They spread everybody out thinking they're going to pass. He takes a step back and goes right up the middle.
Nevertheless, the Malvern Leopards going to have to hold here and keep the Benton Panthers out of the end zone. Benton is chewing up a lot of clock with the time ticking with the mercy rule still in effect. Shotgun, inside handoff to 29, big running back, and bounces up over the 25-yard line down to the 24, very close to a first down. On first down, a good long 9 yards, very close to 10 yards on the run, so it's going to bring up 2nd and short. The ball spotted at the 24-yard line. 7 minutes left in the ball game in the fourth quarter. Benton's leading 42-13. Malvern's come out and scored 13 points in the third quarter and kicked off to the Benton Panthers. Benton Panthers have maintained possession all in this quarter itself. Shotgun, fakes the inside a handoff and pitches to the outback, and 24 takes the pitch and loses 4 yards on the play. Chris Jones, and also support by Josh Moore, not allowing the running back to turn the corner and stopping the play short.
Well, that just shows you the difference there between our defense and honestly their second offense. Boy, we're faster. We're that much faster. They can't get out there and turn the corner on us.
Once again, brings up third down and a long 6 yards. 2 halfbacks to either side of the quarterback. Handoff inside a new upback, 37, and the push down to the 24-yard line. Going to be short by a yard for the first down, bringing up 4th down and a yard. So Malvern Leopard stiffening here right around the 5:45 mark and needing about a 2 yards for the first down as the Benton Panthers.
What was that number?
37.
Sorry, Johnny.
That's okay.
Michael. Well, get well, Michael.
5:30 on the clock, 16 left on the play clock. Benton comes up in the I formation. Split ends both sides, slot to the right. Quarterback trying to draw Malvern Leopard off sides, and the quarterback does a sneak. Did he surge enough to get that first down?
It's
left, right. It all depends on where the side judges spot it.
It's going to be close. They did get an awful good surge, though.
They're inside the 22-yard line, and the mark looks about the same. I think the referee is going to ask for a spot.
I believe they got it by the nose of the football.
Looks very close. I think they're calling officials timeout. And they do, and they're bringing out the chains as we speak. Ron, do you think it's the first down or not?
It's the first down by the nose of the football.
I think you're right.
I was just going by the markers over there, and it's just barely by the nose.
After the football, it is a first down by the Benton Panthers. Benton Panthers had very good surge on the play and got the 2 yards with the quarterback sneak, so brings up a first down and 10 at the Malvern Leopard 22-yard line.
Their offensive linemen and the quarterback, they got under our pads. That's something the defensive coaches don't like down that, but those big old linemen just got down under our kids and got that extra 4 or 5 inches that they need.
Once again, shotgun formation for the Benton Panthers. Slot right with 2 wideouts. Fake inside, quarterback busted play. He does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones, as well as number 56 for the Malvern Leopards, Kyle Harold, coming up and making a big stop for the Malvern Leopards. So Malvern takes care of that busted play by the Benton Panthers.
Yeah, it was. They were all over it. Nice penetration by the left side of the Malvern defensive line. This is something that if the Leopards can hold here, this is something that's going to put a good taste in their mouth getting ready for Hot Springs next week.
4 wideouts, 2 slots each. 1 running back with the quarterback. Casey Greer takes a fake and does a quarterback sneak, and read perfectly by Chris Jones at the line of scrimmage, maybe getting a yard and a half on the play down to the Leopards' 22-yard line, and brings up a long 3rd and 9 on the play with 3:25 left in the ball game. Again, the clock is continuous to roll based on the mercy rule.
Yeah, and it's a 13:42 ball game if you just turned in. Benton had a big first half, and it's been all Malvern here in the second half. But it's quite honestly, we're playing the Benton second team, and
2 halfbacks, fake in the middle, hands off the second one through. Number 44 not getting anywhere, and a host of Leopard. Chief Manuel, Blair Williams, Chris Jones, also Eric Broughton into the play. So a host of Leopards bringing him down bringing up fourth. No gain on the play. Still the ball's placed midfield, right in the middle of the field at the 22-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. Once again, Malvern has to stiffen up here.
You know, another thing on fourth down here, Benton hadn't put the ball in the air here in the second half, and we'll just looks like they're in the shotgun. They want to now. Of course, they run out of the shotgun, so there he goes.
He's rolling out. The quarterback's rolling out the right-hand side, and he comes down. It was a bootleg all the way, and Malvern will take over on downs. And once again, at 2:12 left in this ball game, the Leopards' defense stiffens up and keeps the Benton Panthers from coming out and scoring once again. Malvern's offense comes out, led by Anthony Witherspoon. Looks like another host of New Jersey's out on the field of the Benton Panthers, and Malvern still has their first-team offense. Wardell Brim, Chris Jones, Philip Judd. The line is still intact. Stephen Clegg lined up at slot. So we have three receivers to the right. Daniel Delamar, the only running back in the backfield, along with Anthony Witherspoon. Anthony rolls out to his right and throws downfield, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage, intended for Chris Jones at the 38-yard line.
You know, it's funny here. This is the first series for the Malvern Leopards in the fourth quarter because quite honestly, because of the mercy clock, just the way the time goes by. Benton runs off 15 plays, and when you're not stopping that clock, time goes awful fast. But the Leopards are going to walk out of here this second half, and quite honestly, Johnny, they're going to be able to hold their heads up.
No doubt. They're competing in this second half like the coaches want them to do. Shotgun, one man in the backfield, and running the option downfield. Anthony Witherspoon takes it himself, read it perfectly, and got positive yards out of it. A good 3 yards on second down, bringing up third down and 7. And inside 1 minute, 51 seconds left in the ball game. Malvern's facing maybe another 2 plays in this ball game.
You made a good point there that Witherspoon did read it perfectly because there wasn't anything to pitch to out there, and you stick it up there, stick your nose in there, and you pick up 3 yards.
Shotgun formation, trips left, and you got Philip Judd split in to the right. Fake inside, going downfield. Philip Judd runs a curl pattern, incomplete, right at the 34-yard line.
That'll probably do it.
And inside 15 seconds left in the clock, and looks like we're trying to rush the line up there, ready to go, and trying to get one more play off. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Anthony needs to get it off, and we did. And throws it way downfield over the head of Wardell Prim, and that will do the ball game.